Hi sweet friends, and welcome to my weekly vlog. So usually my vlogs just kick right off into whatever I'm doing, but this vlog, it deserves a little bit of intro. So the first couple of clips is me just normal weekly vlog, and then you see me go to the third week of November Happy Planner layout, which was Toy Story. Up to then, everything is going pretty well, and then things take a turn for the worse as far as my health goes. And so then you'll see me in an ambulance headed to the hospital. And so I did spend several days in the hospital, which we'll talk more about towards the end of the video. And so I'll let y'all enjoy the footage, and then at the end, of course, I'll do a chit chat and catch y'all up to speed on how I'm doing and how all of this transpired. Let's get this vlog kicked off. It is about 7:15 a Saturday morning. It's a little cool this morning, 61 degrees. However, it's going to heat up to about 81 today, unfortunately. But I'm going to head inside, fix me some breakfast, and get my day started. One of my favorite breakfasts is toasted sourdough bread with avocado, tomatoes, and microgreens. Season up my tomatoes with a little bit of avocado oil, salt and pepper. There's my avocados. Got me a Shasta Cola this morning, only because I didn't want to go out to the car and get the 12-pack of Coke. So using my Dollar Tree Shasta this morning. Toasted my bread in the air fryer on 400 for 4 minutes. And my delicious microgreens. One of the things I didn't share is I do enjoy the bagel, not included a seasoning. And I just put it straight on my avocado so that it has something to stick to. Here it is. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is so delicious. I'm only doing one at a time because I don't want my tomatoes to make my bread soggy. Y'all, this is a top hit. I love this breakfast. It is so delicious. It's a good way to get in some vegetables first thing in the morning. That other one, oh, it's so good, y'all. So good. One of the things on my priority list today is getting all these leaves blown off and try to get them raked up. I don't know how successful the raking up of the leaves is going to be because it is pretty windy. But I want to try, and I need to water my plants. Some of them are starting to wilt. Got a lot of the leaves are blown out. Looks a lot better. Here's the pile. I'm just gonna put it in my trash barrel. Got everything washed down and watered really good. It is now a Saturday evening, and I have gathered up everything from the work week. I have done laundry, trash. I've gone through mail. Sorted coupons. I put all my receipts in my Fetch app. I have everything from my Happy Planner. I did a Winnie the Pooh theme this past week, so I need to get all my Winnie the Pooh items put away. I started gathering up my perfume that I want to wear for church tomorrow. So this new Lattafa, this one is called Candy. I think I want to wear that. So I gathered up some choices for layering. This week I finished up this book. This one is the Mulan book. What if Mulan had to travel to the underworld? It is a twisted tale. It was good. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was a good book. I just wasn't one of my favorites. I did finish it though, for sure. Laundry, my washing machine still not working properly, and doing 2 loads of clothes took a good portion of the day. Just messing with the washing machine, messing with it. I changed out I used this Loungefly, a backpack. I got it at Disney World when I was there in October. I used that for this past week. I got it cleared out, got all the stuffing put back in it to hold its shape. And there is my liner. If you do carry Loungefly and you need an organizer, I suggest getting on the Box Lunch website and purchasing one of theirs. They fit perfectly inside of the Loungefly backpacks. It works amazing. So anyway, that's it, y'all. I'm going to get everything put away, and we'll be done just sorting out the work week. Got the front yard mowed. So much leaves. Basically, I'm mowing leaves, but it looks a lot better. We have a lot of bad weather headed our way towards the end of the week, and I just wanted to get the front yard cleaned up. My Happy Planner layout for the 3rd week of November is all about Toy Story, one of my favorite, more recent movies. I love it. The stickers are all from Temu. Have a Woody Funko Pop pin from Five Below. More of the stickers. That little picture came from the packaging of the stickers. Made a little ham dangle, some Funko Pops. So Duke Kaboom, Officer Dimples, Woody, and Bo Peep. My bag for the week is my black Mickey Mouse backpack Loungefly that I picked up at Disney World. 2 Bobble Bar bag charms with the aliens and Planet Pizza. Rex bag charm from Miniso. I have Ham and Lotso bag charms from Miniso. A little alien hand cream from Miniso. Five Below, just a little scene that you put together. It's really cute. From Daiso, a little alien treat bag that I put some Skittles in. Some stickers also from Daiso. And my pins. The Woody one I picked up at Disney World. Rex and Jessie are beatable pins that I put together myself. On the ambulance, headed to the hospital. Here we are at the hospital. My daughter, my best friend, her husband. This has not been fun. Oh, I can't breathe. It's the worst. I have not enough oxygen in my blood. It is 9:48 p.m. My best friend and daughter have just left me here at the hospital. I am still in the emergency room because they have no beds in the ICU area. So I'm gonna spend the night here and make the best of it. My original IV they put in the crack of my arm. It hurt so bad. So the sweet ladies moved it. Now it's over here. I think that's going to be a much better. And now leaving the emergency room, headed to ICU. Now 2:40 in the morning, and I've just got settled into my bed here in ICU. And I finally got my little pitcher of water I've been waiting for all day. They just kept bringing me little cups while I was in the ER. My breakfast: biscuit and egg with jelly and butter, some milk, yogurt, coffee, but I don't drink coffee. Some oatmeal with brown sugar. Lunchtime, we have stuffed shells with marinara, asparagus, a roll, and my daughter brought me a crisp Coke from Buc-ee's. Almost forgot to share with y'all my supper. So pulled pork, little cornbread cake, some green beans, pinto beans, a baby water, and a fruit cup. Forgot to share my breakfast with y'all this morning, but I had a bit of French toast and a couple of bites of Cheerios. It wasn't the best, but made it through. Now lunch is here. Here got a little chicken breast, some mashed potatoes, green beans, apple crisp, thing of milk, and the nurse was so sweet to bring me a little Sprite. So that's good. I was able to get a little sponge bath and wash my hair in the sink, brush my teeth. I just feel a lot better as far as cleanliness goes. I'm still feeling about the same though, honestly. Not much to blog about in the ICU unit of the hospital, except for to share my meals with y'all. So I got penne pasta and spaghetti sauce, a little roll, bottle of water, some fruit that I won't eat because I don't like cantaloupe or honeydew melon, and a little salad with some golden Italian, and another little starry soda. We'll see how much of this we can eat. It doesn't look, honestly, it doesn't look very, very appetizing, but I'll definitely enjoy some of it. It's now Monday at 12:15 p.m. and I'm waiting on a bronchoscopy, maybe, if I'm saying that right. Anyway, they're trying to figure out what kind of inflammation or what's going on with my lungs. So I haven't eaten in over 12 hours. And I'm just waiting on my procedure. This is my new view for the next little bit. Just got out of my procedure. And I got a bad cough, which she said is normal. So, I mean, it's my ice chips. 24 hours later, and I'm finally getting some food. Some chicken breast, broccoli, rice, peach crisp, and they brought me a little starry. They had to bring me a different bed. That bed was like pumping itself up. It was the weirdest bed ever, and it was absolutely not comfortable. I feel like I had like bars in my back, but it's like air. I don't know, it was weird, but they found me a new bed, so that's what I'm waiting on now. Pretty sure I mentioned yesterday I got moved to my own room, which is nice. They've just brought breakfast, so pretty much the same breakfast as I had the other day. This is probably oatmeal, which was actually really pretty good. So here we go. I'm gonna eat, and yeah, we're just basically chilling, watching YouTube videos, and taking it easy this morning. Second time, y'all, I'm eating stuffed noodles. At least some asparagus looks good this time. Last time it was really big and it did not look very delicious. And they're stuck on milk. I don't know how many glasses of milk I've had, but I can guarantee it's been the most amount of milk I've had in forever. My granddaughter came to see me. Hey, girl. And my oldest daughter. So we're going to visit, and I'm going to eat and enjoy their company. I guess I've been here long enough that we're now on a repeat menu because I've already had this before. It seems like I just had it a couple days ago. Anyway, I guess we'll do our best with it. Some fruit. Yeah. How many of y'all like to eat in the dark, or do you like to eat with all the lights on? I'm a eat with all the lights on kind of person. So when they bring me my food, I always ask them to turn on my overhead light. I gotta be able to see what I'm eating. One thing about my room, at least I have a little view of the outside. I know it's just cement, but at least I can see what's going on out there a little bit. I just went and made a lap around the hall to see if my O2 level will maintain itself without being on oxygen, and we're gonna monitor it. I may get to go home today, guys. We'll see. A little different breakfast this morning. I got a frittata, some hash browns, honey nut Cheerios, some milk, orange slices, and I was bringing coffee, but I never drink it. So I'm getting discharged. There sits my carriage to carry me out of here, but still waiting for them to take my IV out. My daughter's already here. I'm dressed and ready to roll. Just took the wheelchair away, so I guess it wasn't my carriage. Y'all tell me what kind of blanket this is. This thing looks like a towel. It's scratchy. It's all get out. I don't know why they thought this was going to be a good kind of material to make hospital blankets out of. It's just so hard and so scratchy. It's the weirdest thing. Can y'all see the texture on it? It's like a towel, but not even a good soft towel. Like a hard, scratchy one. So weird. The other really weird thing is this sink is automated. So anytime you get close to it, whether you want it to or not, it activates. A man must have designed that because it's not good. I'm home from the hospital, guys. I've been here for about an hour or so. I had to send out a bunch of texts to everybody. They've been keeping tabs on me and tracking me. And so I got all that done. And I was like, you know what? First things first, I need to do my bedroom. Because for 2 days before I actually ended up in the hospital, I was just coming home from work, dropping everything and getting in bed and staying in bed. For one thing, so I wouldn't be up moving around. And for number two, so I wouldn't be up talking, because moving around and talking put me into a coughing fit where I couldn't breathe, and it was just the worst. So to remedy all that, I would just come straight to my bedroom and lay down and just rest until the next morning for work again. So that means that everything just ended up somewhere in here. So I have a lot of dirty clothes. Almost all of this is from the hospital. Well, the jacket, my purse, and the Victoria's Secret bag. Those are from the hospital. Some of this stuff was still in my trunk from Friday when I went to the first emergency room before I was transferred by ambulance to the hospital. And that stuff had stayed in the trunk. So I need to do all of this. And then my daughter and my best friend put my bag together. And so they did a number on the closet as they were trying to find a certain pair of shoes that I wanted, which was a pair of black fuzzy house shoes per se. And I knew they were right in the front, right in the center, but I couldn't remember the color of the box. And they never found them. And if I tell you, they were right here, right in the front. These little black fuzzy kookaburras. They would have literally bit them if they were a snake. But in the meantime, they dug around, no telling how long trying to find those little shoes, and they were front and center. So just want to get everything put back together, and yeah, let's get the room put back together, and then we'll move on to something else. Still the best way that I found to store my pillow slides. Oh my gosh, guys, amazing. Slide them right underneath the edge of the bed. They're not getting dusty under there. Like, they're perfect. They're out of the way, easy to get to. Love it. And each box holds what, 5, 6, like 7 pairs of pillow slides. I mean, obviously I could put more slides in there if I wanted to. Perfect storage solution. Here you can see they fit perfectly underneath the bed. One of the organization hacks that I have here in my closet is this little rack. I believe this was a over-the-door organizer that my girl's dad cut the hooks off of, and we put it in the back of the closet to hold belts. However, over the years, it's just not practical anymore because my belts hang down into the shoes and all the things. But on this end of the closet, I have like all of my spaghetti strap shirts. And there's this section. I think I'm going to take the belts down and put them over here. I think they'll work out better. So let's get that done real quick. Got it moved. I can always move it back if I want to. The screws are still in place. And I got it moved over here. So hopefully this will work out good. Got everything reorganized here in the closet, of course. I told y'all I got the belts. They fit perfectly right there. Got my shoes realigned, readjusted, and everything's good. Y'all know I've been held up in that hospital for the past 5 days eating that hospital food. And I'll just clarify, my family did offer to bring me food every day, several times a day, but it was food. I was already having to pay for it, so I might as well eat it. But it ain't the best. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. But somewhere along the line, I started craving Panda Express. So my daughter and granddaughter stopped and got me orange chicken from Panda Express. And I'm just going to tear it up because it looks delicious. Because of some of the changes in my medicine due to my asthma and adding a few new prescriptions, I went through all of my medicine in my big bin. In doing so, I pulled out some like over-the-counter medicine that had migrated into that bin. Usually it would be in these either first aid or medicine bins. So I wanted to reorganize those, but also have these little cases that I got from Temu, and I wanted to pack those. I will be getting ready to go to Disney in the next couple of weeks, and so I just thought, you know what, well, I have everything out and I'm working with medicine, I would go ahead and organize that. So the only thing I really got out of the first aid box is some Band-Aids, some big Band-Aids for Disney. Here are the little cases. This one was $3.77 because it came with all of these little labels. The black one was $1.75 because it didn't come with any labels. So $3.77, $1.75. And then I really like this setup that I picked up at the Dollar Tree for my prescription medicine. Works out perfectly for vacation, for trips. So this is how I've normally been carrying my medicine when we go on vacation and that. Nothing wrong with it. I got these little bags. If you've been a friend of the channel since the beginning, I used to shop at a store called King Dollar. I think everything was like, I can't even remember how much it was. $1.50, $1.25. Anyway, and they had these little bags. And so I always kept my medicine like that, which isn't bad. It doesn't take up a lot of room, and it's worked out for me for a lot of years. But my niece carries her medicine using these little cases and these little stickers. So I purchased them from Temu probably a year ago or more, and I'm going to get them organized. The cases filled up with a few of the medicines that I take, and I got the stickers put on them. So I'm being excited to use them for Disney, and then just there in my purse. This bag is mostly things that I decluttered from my medicine bins. Just went through and cut the packaging and got rid of the bulkiness, and I put everything in little plastic zip top bags. Got everything organized better. Some more of my Panda Express. I always get the bigger plate. You get like 3 entrees and a large portion of fried rice with it for like 15 bucks. It's a really good deal in my opinion, because I can eat it for several meals. So I had it for supper last night, and I still have lots left. So this is my plate, and then one of the entrees always comes in the little package. So that's quite a bit of food for 15 bucks. My Happy Planner layout for the 4th week of November is all about 101 Dalmatians and Cruella DeVille. I have some Happy Planner Disney stickers, a little illustration from a book that I thrifted, a black Mickey Mouse pin from the Dollar Tree, mini Funko Pops, so Perdita and a Pongo, some vintage 101 Dalmatian stickers, little Cruella Funko as well, some bag charms. The red one is Bobble Bar. The silver one is Disney brand, and the black and white one is from TJ Maxx. And last but not least, my little snack bag, and I went with red because of all the red in the layout. And so I have this little chit chat time. Hope you enjoyed spending some time with me. This one may be a little bit longer vlog. I usually try to keep them around 30 minutes or so. This one may be a tad bit longer, only because I thought it was fair to share with y'all my health update. And so, like I said at the beginning, y'all saw me rocking through a couple of days, and then I'm in the ambulance headed to the hospital. So what had happened is that since before I went to Disney in October, if you've been a friend of the channel, y'all know I have been battling asthma, like horrible asthma like I have never had before. And we kept giving steroids, inhalers, all the things. Only thing that would help was the steroids. But as soon as the steroids ended, right back to can't breathe, literally gasping for air, just to go across the house to go to the bathroom, just to have a conversation. Impossible, y'all. I literally gasping for air. It's the worst feeling. So Wednesday, I go back to the pulmonologist in tears, telling them I can't breathe, that it's not working. What you've given me is not helping. Please help me. She said, we cannot give you any more steroids. They're not good for you. We're going to start you on some medicine to help with the inflammation that is in your lungs. That's where she thought that was what was causing the problem. So she gave me 3 new medicines that I take in the evening to help with the inflammation. She said, call me Friday morning early. Let me know how you're doing. I called her Friday morning. I said, I have not changed. Nothing has changed. I absolutely cannot breathe. I literally would come home from work and come straight to my room because I could not talk to anybody. I I couldn't go to the kitchen to get anything to eat. Barely could go to the bathroom without just having a full-blown asthma attack. She said, okay. She said, I need you to go right now to the ER and have them do a CAT scan with contrast to look at your lungs to see if you have blood clots and let me know. She said, I'm going to send you over. She said, if you have the app or you like have an account with them, I'm going to send you over all the notes from your last visit. That way the ER can read and they can figure out what's going on. Y'all, I could not have a conversation with them. I could not talk without just horrible asthma attack. So I go straight there. A little drama there. Just not a good deal, but it ended up okay. But at first it was, why did they send you here? The doctor, when I got there, he's like, you can't breathe, but you're on your phone. I said, yes, I'm on my phone because I can't talk to you. And my doctor asked me to log into my account and give you the notes that they have written. Y'all, was so upset. So upset. So they get oxygen on me. And so that helps that now I can breathe. Now we can have the conversation. They get me to, we do the CAT scan. And y'all, I'm not a doctor. I don't profess to be one, not even here on YouTube. I'm not a doctor. So if you're in the medical field and I'm not saying something exactly correct, forgive me. I'm just trying to kind of read between the lines, read the notes, and kind of trying to figure it out. Because to get a doctor to tell you exactly what's going on, almost impossible. So the problem was not only I couldn't breathe, I couldn't talk, but my blood oxygen level was under 90. They said they could not let me leave. They had to take me straight to the ER. So they made me go in an ambulance. If I tell you the hospital is 3 minutes from there, y'all, I was at work before I got there. And now all of a sudden I can't drive myself 3 minutes to the ER. But they made me go by ambulance. I guess it's their policy. All right, whatever. No telling how much that cost. So thank goodness for insurance. To get to the ER, they start hooking me up, doing all the things they do. Y'all, it's kind of a blur. I was in the ER probably for about 12 hours. My daughter and my best friend came, just trying to get the message out. You know, a lot of people need to be notified, blah, all the things that go with it. All right. 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all saw in the video me heading to ICU. 4 days in ICU, trying to maintain my oxygen level at a safe, my blood oxygen level at a safe level. So they were trying, like when I first got to the hospital, to the ER, they had me on 8. Y'all, the air was blowing so much that it felt like my eyes were like, ew. Like my hair was blowing behind me. They were just flooding oxygen into my body. And so by the time that I left, by the time I was discharged, I was down to it too. So they had been like fine tuning me down and that. So that was basically the main, if I had the oxygen, like I could breathe and talk, like it was like I was normal. I know I wasn't normal because I could still feel the fogginess, if you will, like the haziness in my lungs. I'm not better, y'all. I'm only better because you're giving me this oxygen. That's the only thing that's making me better. They were giving me breathing treatments. They were giving me some antibiotics through my IV. They couldn't tell me. I think the ER, the original ER that I went, the freestanding ER, thought I had sepsis and pneumonia and then the low blood oxygen. That's why they sent me over to by ambulance. So I didn't have sepsis because at first my white blood cells were bad, but immediately they leveled out. So they ruled sepsis out. They couldn't really tell what was going on in my lungs. So they were basically what I would say treating me for a bacterial pneumonia, although I had never had any symptoms of pneumonia. Nothing. Nothing that constituted, hey, this is leaning towards pneumonia. But that's what they basically treated me for, in my opinion. Nobody ever really said, they didn't really know what they were treating me for. I had the bronchoscope, could be saying that wrong. It's called a lavage, maybe something like that. Like they spray water into your lungs, they suck all that out, and they send it off to be tested. That test is what's going to tell us what has caused all of this. They test it for any kind of allergens, cancer, anything like that. Like they'll do a deep study. I don't really know, guys. So it was implied to me that must take a while. So they wanted to get me good enough, well enough to send me home to wait for that test to come back, to then my pulmonologist, my regular pulmonologist, will develop a plan for the future from the results of that test. So they sent me home with some really strong antibiotics, y'all. The antibiotics that they sent me home are like kind of scary. Like they're like saying, don't do much because your tendons, like your ankles can go bad. Like it's kind of scary. It's called let me see if this is the right one. Yeah, it's called levofloxacin. I've never heard of it. They gave me 5 days worth of them, and it is kind of scary if you read like the side effects of it. But I need it. They sent it home with me, so I'm gonna take it because that's my only hope, is that this bacterial, if it is bacterial pneumonia, which they have to be, that's what they're treating me for, because that's the only thing that it could be, and they give me antibiotics for. Anyway, guys, so that's where I'm at. So I'm not better. I'm not fixed. I'm not any of those things. I'm just well enough to come home and wait for the test in order to set up a treatment plan for me, whatever it is, whatever it entails. So I'm praying that, for one thing, that they figure out what's wrong, because if I'm not going to get a full healing, then we need a plan that's going to get me back to where I was before October, to where I could, move around my house and do what I need to do. Anyway, so that's really it, y'all. I'm just here. I got some new medicines. The one thing that did come out of this is that I was 5 days off of my blood pressure medicine, and my blood pressure was fantastic. So the ER doctor gave me 3 pills, one from the pulmonologist. He told me not to take anymore because my blood pressure is not high, and 2 from my primary care physician that I had been taking, that he told me not to take because I don't need them if my blood pressure is good. But he did say for me to get a blood pressure cuff and keep up with my blood pressure. And if my blood pressure was to go back to like 120 or so, that I would need to start back on those medicines. But all those 5 days that I was there and under such stress, I would say, so scared. So just all the things that go with being in ICU, and my blood pressure was really, really good. Like it was low. And so I got off 3 medicines, and so there's that. That's a good point. Just try to find something good out of the situation, right? I slept 5 days in a pretty decent bed too. Well, ER beds, they're horrible. ICU beds, oh my gosh, y'all, they're like air. So when you like move, it like pumps itself up psh, psh, so like cradles you. Y'all, when they took me from ICU and put me into the regular room, I'm like, can I take my ICU bed with me? Because they were not the same. But the regular room bed, they did have to change out because I think I talked about it in my video that the bed in the regular room kept pumping itself up like really high, and it had like tunnels in it. And so those tunnels that were across the bed were like hitting all of like my pressure points. It was horrible. But they did find me a new bed. They brought it to me and changed them out. And that second bed was very, very similar to the ICU bed. So I did get some pretty good, nice sleep relative, because there was some people that was in ICU that were having very hard times. So when I slept really good and the beds were really comfortable. And everybody was really sweet to me. One nurse was extra special sweet. She's the one I did talk about that had brought me the Starry soda, the like Sprite type soda. Yeah, that was such a treat. And she actually ended up bringing me 2 during her days with me. And so she was really sweet. All of them were really good. She was extra special and super sweet. So having a great group of nurses and aides and all the people that took care of me was really nice as well. I'm sure there's things that I've forgotten to mention. I'm glad to be home. I know y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but we do have a Disney trip coming in about 2 weeks. And I got to start getting my stuff ready for that. And we're super excited. This will be our 3rd trip to Disney this year, our 3rd and final trip to Disney this year. And I am determined to make it. The room has been booked. The flights have been purchased. And we're ready to go. We just got to get started packing. So those videos will be coming out. Heading into Vlogmas. I do intend to do Vlogmas. I don't know how much of actual vlogging it will be, but I do have quite a bit of things to share with y'all as far as hauls. I have some advent calendars to open with y'all, and I think it'll just be fun. So a video every day for at least 25 days. It's a lot of work. A lot of it will be pre-recorded and put together into an semblance of Vlogmas because I work full time. I have a vacation. We have family plans. We have a lot going on, and I have to be prepared ahead of time in order to make that happen. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed spending a portion of the week, the day, the time with me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Thank you for everyone that did say a prayer for me. I did do some updates over on my community tab, and I know there was quite a few of you that were praying for me, and I absolutely appreciate it. If you have enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below. Become part of my friends here on YouTube, and I will see each of you in my next video. Bye, guys.